Hi. So I just sold a house, and the first thing that came to my mind is just to put a post on Facebook and Instagram and say, hey, just sold representing buyers. But then I'm like, there's a lot of things that people need to know other than like, oh my God, I'm selling homes. Oh my God, she's doing good, whatever it is. But there's the experience that everybody needs to know. And this is a very specific story that I would love to share with everybody. So my client has called me through some online advertising in February 28th in 2020. That's 3 years ago. And I met them, I showed them a couple homes, and then we sat down and set the plan, and then we found out that it's not the right time to buy. So I stayed in touch with them all these years, and I'm always in communication with all my people. I don't just have clients, I make them friends. So we became friends, and then when the right time came, beginning of this year, we started looking at homes. We submitted a couple offers, got outbeat by multiple offers, and going way over list price. And eventually, my client would go every weekend. We go see homes. Sometimes he would go to open houses, calls me like, "Hey, I like this. What do you think?" So and so, and then we discuss all the different homes and the market and all of that. So education along the way was going through the whole few months recently, and of course the whole 3 years before now. Until one day he calls me and he's like, "Oh my God, I went to this open house. I absolutely love the house." And then, but the agent there told me that if I use him, he will be able to make it happen for me and he will take care of me and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay. So I talked to the listing agent who was not the person that was doing the open house. And obviously, that was very unethical for someone to try to steal someone else's client where there's no relationship with them and where my clients have already stated that they work with me. Long story short, I had a good connection with the listing agent. And then we submitted the offer. We were able to beat 10 other offers, although it came down to us and one more offer that was very similar to ours, but it's because of my consistency and me showing how aggressive we are and how committed we are to the transaction and to the clients, how my clients want the home, all the different details that came with the offer. Yes, we went above and beyond the list price, but it's not that made us get this home. It was what we showed the sellers, how committed we are and how professional we are in handling the business and making sure this is going to happen. So long story short, we opened escrow, we started the process. It was the client, my client and his daughter that are going to be the buyers on the loan. And then as we're starting the progress, he had to go with two different lenders until he decided on one lender. So there were challenges along the way. Mind you, English is not his first language. So there was a very big language barrier between him and I and everybody. So it was like a testimonial of patience of anybody can ever have when communication is really hard because of language barrier. So I was able to find the best way to communicate with him and his family. So again, English is not their first language, and I speak Arabic and they don't speak Arabic too. So that was a problem. We could catch a couple words from his language, but not much. So I was able to finally figure out the way of communicating that I can make sure they are understanding the process. Buying a home is a big process. It's not just a thing you do every day. Some transactions are easy and smooth and you don't feel like you bought a home. And some transactions are really hard and every step is really difficult. And you need a hand to hold you to walk through the whole process. So we got through the first step, making sure we decided who we want to work with as a lender. We did inspections. The house is in a good condition. And the repairs that came up with the inspection were very minimal, but I used some of the techniques that we usually use, and I was able to secure $4,500 credit to my client in lieu of the repairs towards their closing costs. So that was a good thing. And then after that, as he got the escrow package to decide the title and who he wants to put on the title, the family has decided that the four of them, the father, the client, and his wife, and the two daughters want to be on the title. So now we have four buyers. We had to resend all the documents to everybody to sign. The two daughters, one is in New Jersey and one is New York. So it was very challenging to get any documents, any paperwork, any signature. until we finally came to the time that we finished everything. We removed all contingencies and we were preparing ourselves to the closing, where two of the buyers are in two different states. So escrow had to send the documents to the first daughter, and then after she signed, we sent it to the other daughter. After she signed, brought it here to California. The buyer woke up super early in the morning to go to the escrow company as they received the documents, and was able to sign in time. In the meantime, I'm going to stop here and go back a little bit to give a note that we had 6 gift donors in the process. So there's other people sending money into escrow and making sure that, you know, they're gifting this family some money to help them with their purchase. So coordinating that was a whole story, but we got to the point all the money were in escrow. Last second, the daughter went to send her final funds. She received a new a new wire instruction from the so-called same escrow company, and last second before she hit send on the wire transfer, she double checked and it was a scam. So thank God it didn't go through, and she was able to double check and call the escrow and confirm that these instructions were a scam. So the wire didn't go through to the scammers. They weren't able to get the money from them. All money went to escrow company. Buyers fully signed, 4 of them, and the file was ready to fund. We had to wait until last second on a Thursday, because, you know, LA County is different. We fund on one day and record on the next day. So the loan funds on a Thursday. We had to wait until last second for escrow to come up with a new condition. The lender met it by the cutoff time, like 2 minutes before the cutoff time. The lender was able to fund on a Thursday so we can record on Friday. And that was the plan. Woke up Friday waiting for the confirmation of recording. Oops, the notary misspelled their name on the documents. The county, the recording office pulled the recording. We couldn't record on Friday. We had to wait until Tuesday because Monday was a holiday. So we had to wait until Tuesday to get the recording happen. And yesterday I got the pleasure to give the keys to my clients, get the recording done, and I could have never been happier. For this family to get to secure their first home in America, to achieve the American dream, and that's what makes me really happy and fulfilled that I've done my job right. And just seeing them and giving the keys and how happy they are and how grateful they are for all the hand holding and the help that I did throughout the process was very, very satisfying to me, and makes me love what I do more and more, and makes me want to help more people like this, and make sure everybody's getting their homes, and just live the dream. So if that's just inspiring you for a little to think about buying a home or even selling a home, please give me a call. Let's sit down and talk and set the plan, even if it takes a few years. Doesn't matter, as long as we're on the right steps to make you a homeowner or achieve your real estate goal. Bye.